I would like to share with you a very powerful lesson in reality. Maybe one of many uh, to proceed uh, coming in the future. Maybe one of many that I've already had in time past that this will be added to. But nevertheless, this is a very powerful video presentation. And it is about growth. When a man and a woman get together and he impregnates the woman, sperm meets the egg. One cell begins to multiply into many cells, into dozens of cells, hundreds, then thousands, and tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands, and then millions and millions of cells. And during that evolutionary period, that growth, we have a human being formed. A newborn baby comes into the world, male or female, and they continue to grow as long as they are properly nourished. Note that I said properly nourished. They continue to grow and grow and grow, and they go through stages of development in childhood. Toddler, from the infant to adolescence, through the period of puberty and so forth, and preteen, teenager, young adult, and then fully matured adult. One thing that is for certain, the heart is involuntary. It continues to beat, never ever stopping. It beats on its own. All it took was its mother's womb in the beginning. So now, where do we go from here once we become a mature adult from a physiological standpoint? We continue to grow and mature past the developmental stage. We have all of the hair for the most part that we're going to have, the color pigmentation of our skin, the color of our eyes, and as a fully mature adult, if you're a man, oftentimes you will have facial hair like I do, mustaches, goatees, beards, and even underarm hair, chest hair, as I do, body hair, various places and so forth, for male and females in some respects. But now we have virtually everything that we need from a physiological standpoint. But when does it stop? There comes a time when we die, because we know in this physical body we won't live forever. That goes without saying. So what's next? What happens after we lay down this body finally? Through whatever means we leave here. God forbid someone kill us, and hopefully we don't die from dis-ease or an accident, incident, or even suicide. But in some peaceful sort of manner, we die from old age. But still, what next? You see, we began as one cell, and we began from that point to grow into many, 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 many cells, innumerable. You notice that we were developing, going up, right? Why do we stop and then go back the other way? We die. I hope this is not boring to you. You'll see my point in a moment. When you plant a seed in the ground, some vegetable, for example, given the proper environment, the proper soil, the proper care, sunlight, water, and maybe even some natural form of fertilization, that seed begins to sprout. It comes up through the ground and it buds and it turns into its intended end. A vegetable, carrot, beet, chard, cabbage, a pepper, a pea, a green bean, whatever. It's reached maturity. As long as everything was in place, it continues its journey to maturity. And then it's time to reap that harvest of that which has grown. And then it does its job. It feeds another living organism, such as us, humanity. And then we grow. But what's after that? Are you with me so far? So if a plant, given the proper soil and conditions, will grow up until its intended purpose or end, are we giving ourselves the proper environment by what we put in and on our bodies to grow? Or are we shortening our lives by putting the wrong things in our bodies and on our bodies? Getting back to the plant again, if the soil is not right, if the nutrition and the conditions for that plant to grow properly is not right, it won't survive. It will be short-lived. It's going to die early. The same is true with us, ladies and gentlemen. Are you giving yourself, your body, your earth, the proper nutrition, the proper sustenance? Are you fertilizing the internal side of you so that you can grow and become that which you were intended to be or become? If you're putting poison in your body by the things that you eat, by the things that you drink, by the things that you inhale, by the things that you smoke, and by the things that you inject into this earth and stopping it from growing to its intended purpose and its end. Did you get that lesson? I hope you did. Think about it. Only put the things in this earth that will help this earth, you, to grow, to become the best you that you can be. And don't put the other things in your body that will cause you to never reach full maturity. Okay? Now, even though I used a physical analogy, the same is true spiritually. Be careful what you put here, what you absorb here, and what you put here. That was all I had to say. Think about it. This is Brother Teacher. Make sure you think really, really hard about it. See you in the next video.